Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. So today we are talking about prismatic evolutions, and specifically we are going to talk about why is the market behaving this way, why is it so expensive, and why is the demand so high. And then of course I'll just make a disclaimer, these are all my opinions, this is my observation, and of course, as you know, I always base my observation on data or evidence from the past, looking for trends. So here's what I found out and what I observed and what I heard from other people who have been opening prismatic evolutions as well, and also my own experience with terrestrial festival. So yes, let's go. So first of all, let me just tell you how I'm going to approach this. And I think the most obvious comparison, or if we are going to find a reference point in the past, in the history of the sets, the closest that we can find relevance is definitely the EV Hero set or the Evolving Sky set. And since we are talking about at the moment we know how Terrestrial Festival is doing, and that's a Japanese set, so I think it makes more sense to compare it to EV Heroes rather than Evolving Skies, if that makes sense to you. So if you look at the total value of the set, it's about 3,800 for the Terrestrial Festival, and for EV Heroes is 2,847. And of course, as you know, EV Hero is one of the Japanese set that makes up the Evolving Skies. And you can find all the VMAXs in this set that makes up of the Evolving Sky set. So yeah, that's another similarity. All the evolutions are here. So what can we learn from this? If you follow the Evolving Sky and EV Heroes singles prizes, let's just take the Umbreon VMAX, which is the most iconic and the most expensive card in the era. I actually overlapped both price of the one in English set, which is Evolving Sky, as well as the Japanese set, EV Heroes, and this one, a lighter color at the bottom, this is the English price. And some of you may be surprised if you don't follow the price of this card. This is one of the rare card where the English price actually is lower than the Japanese price for a long time, until very recently. Very recently, I think we are starting to see the English card price overtaking the Japanese card price. I'm not exactly very sure why is it that the Japanese card is higher than the English card for this card, but I would guess it's because of the pull rate. It could be even harder to pull in Japanese than in English. For some of you who know for sure, please let me know. Leave a comment in the video to share with everybody else. But as from whatever data I can find, the pull rate for this card, Umbreon VMAX in Evolving Sky, is close to 1 in 2,000 packs. So I suppose if the EV Hero is harder than this, it may be even higher, maybe closer to 1 in 2,500 or something like that. But yeah, and the other interesting thing to note is that this card, when it come out, was already very expensive. This was at the release. I took this data from pokedata.io. So at release, it was already close to $600, and it never really dropped below that for the Japanese card. But for English, I think it started out at close to 300, and then it dropped to about 100 something, close to 200, and then but it slowly catch up. But it was trailing the Japanese card the whole time until very recently, where they are close to the same. Yeah, so I think these two cards actually perform quite similarly, as opposed to some of you may think, oh, I thought English card is supposed to do better than the Japanese counterpart, especially for the modern era. But I surprised myself as well, because I don't follow this card sets are too expensive for me. But when I was doing the research, I found out they are actually quite close, almost 1 to 1. And I think the pull rate really do make a big difference, right? Okay, so let's move on. The next thing we want to talk about is, like I said, pull rate. In Terrestrial Festival, if you didn't know, the pull rate of this set, because it is a high class set, they have 10 packs in a box, and every single box they will have a SAR, and they are in total 33 SAR. And so you see that if we are looking for a particular card, like for example this Umbreon EX, which is the most expensive card in the set, is about $280 at the moment, the Japanese one. And this is 1 in 330 packs, thereabout. Some people may say, oh, it's actually easier than that because you may have God Pack, but God Pack is not a given, it's not a guarantee. So I would rather say, okay, if you want to give them some discount, maybe let's just say 1 in 300, but I'm comfortable leaving this at 330. So about 1 to 300 to 330 packs to pull one of this. Of course, this is average. You can do 600 and don't pull this card, or even 900 and don't pull this card. Or you can be like me, I put this on the second pack. So these are all chance gambling, right? But the bad news is that based on what we saw in the English set, which is the Prismatic Evolution, some people already got the product really early. I'm collecting mine. Actually, I got a call from my supplier this morning, and they said my 1 ETB, 1 times ETB, not a case, alright? Just 1 box is ready for collection. So I'm going to collect my ETB tomorrow, but I don't think I'm going to open it based on pull rate like this. I'd rather keep it, for memory sake. So yeah, so what's the bad news? The bad news is that there are people saying the Prismatic Evolution pull rate is more like 1 in 1 SIR in about 60 to 70 pack, and there's close to I think 32 SIR in this set, Prismatic Evolution. So if you do the math, it will come up to about 1 in 2000 pack. And if you remember, the pull rate in Evolving Sky is 1 in 2000 pack. So this is almost exactly a very, very close pull rate compared to Evolving Sky. So what kind of price are we looking at here? Because if you look at the Japanese Umbreon EX is $280, but this is so much easier to pull compared to the English version. So if this is 280, I have no idea how this is going to be priced when someone actually pull it at the moment, because technically we are not allowed to sell these cards before the release date, and the official release date is 17th January. So what you will see, some people actually already shared this information. If you are not aware, if you go into eBay and search for this card in English, you will find someone put up auction, and the price I just checked is $2,800, and I think the auction has another 1.5 day to go, so you may crack I think $4,000, $5,000, just like the Pikachu SAR in Surging Spark did, the very first one. But who knows? But if I am to guess, just based on the pull rate, I'm not sure. I think this card is probably going to be $1,000 from the beginning, or at least $800, and who knows it will go, right? But it's just crazy. It's very, very difficult. All right, so I think that the same is going to apply to the other evolutions as well. At the moment, the price for the other evolution I think is close to $60, $50, something like that. So if it is so much harder, like 6 times harder to pull in the English set compared to the Japanese. That I think there's two way this can go. The first way is many people will just forget about the English set and just go with Japanese, and but there are people who really collect only English. They don't care about the price. They just want them. But those are the people who will really feel the the pinch in this one, and the price is going to be very high. Right. So how about the price of the box? At the moment, Terrestrial Festival price is getting higher, and like I said in the last week, I'm not sure what happened, but in the last week I think it raised by 15 to 20%. It's crazy, and um, again because of the pull rate of the cards, that is really related, because if the price of the card is not too expensive, the price of the box will not rise so much, and vice versa. If the SIR are so difficult to pull and the price is, let's say the Umbreon is $1,000 at release and the others are like $150, $200 per evolution, this box price is going to be very expensive because everybody wants a chance to pull one of them, right? If let's say the one of the evolution is $200 and you have a chance to pull one, 9 out of, there's total 9 of them including EV out of 32 SIR, and the chance is not too low, to pull something that is almost equivalent to the price of a ETB. So will I be surprised that the ETB price stay at $200 to $300? I don't. I won't be surprised if the pull rate is really that tough. Yeah, at the moment, if you look at eBay, I think there are some people who are selling at about $100 on eBay. Of course, you have to add in the shipping and everything. But I think at the moment it's probably close to $100 to $150 in the eBay. You probably can find some good deal around where you stay. But once those are sold out, once the people with paper hands sell their ETBs, and once people start ripping all this, the cheaper ones are gone. I won't be surprised that the ETB will stay at $200, $300 until the next major reprint from Pokemon company. So yeah, so that is what I expect will happen, and I hope it gives us a little bit of idea, and let me know whether you agree with me. I think the pull rate in this set really decides the price of this ETB. That's really, I can't see another way that it can go below $100, especially if the Umbreon goes above like $1,000 or $800 at release. There's no way this will be affordable. Yeah, so that's all I want to share. So let me know what you think and whether you got your Prismatic Evolution. I got a box. I hope you have more than me. And let me know if you rip your case and whether you are lucky enough, one of the lucky ones who get the Umbreon. Yeah, good luck.